Selecting a suitable system. Rainwater harvesting systems come in a variety of different configurations. The simplest that you've probably seen would be a rainwater butt, which is basically just stuck to a downpipe in your garden and then is just used for water irrigation. It offers a limited supply and the quality is indifferent, let's say, but does what it's intended for and provides some additional water for watering garden. You can get rainwater harvesting systems specifically for watering gardens, so they're dedicated rainwater harvesting systems for gardening applications, and they tend to be underground systems, and they offer the twin advantages of providing a water supply that can last through the summer months, and because you bury the tank, they have no aesthetic issues with an above ground tank. And also these types of systems aren't subject to hose pipe bans, so long as they're not topped up from the mains. So if they're only fed from rainwater that's harvested, any hose pipe bans don't apply. Full domestic systems then would be the top of the range. So full domestic systems are best installed with properties being built or undergoing significant refurbishment, because there's quite a bit of disruption to running the extra pipes through the house. And domestic systems will generally always contain a water mains top-up facilities to ensure their continuity of supply throughout the year, and in particular through dry periods. Commercial scale systems are best installed at the new build stage as well, but they can also be easier to retrofit into commercial buildings due to these type of buildings tend to have service ducts running through the building, and makes the installation or the retrofit of pipework a lot easier than in a domestic installation. A wide range of rainwater harvesting storage tanks are also available to meet the high harvesting facility or potential of many commercial buildings. So if you can think of large warehouses, etc., that have large surface areas on the roof, and excellent potential for rainwater harvesting. Best practice is to collect the local rainwater from hard roof areas where you can, to filter the collected rainwater, and then to store it underground. So that would be the best practice method to follow. Water from other hard standing areas such as car parks can also be introduced into the system, but you need to make sure that they undergo suitable filtration in order to remove hydrocarbons and other impurities before storing. So for example, in a car park you may have diesel that's leaked out of cars, oil that's leaked out of cars. They need to be removed. So there's additional filtration requirements for taking water off hard standing areas such as car parks. The best is from the roof. The legal requirements for an installation of a rainwater harvesting system that need to be complied with are: it must meet the water regulations, it must be separated from any mains backup by type AA or type AB air gaps. So basically what that means is that the domestic potable water supply feeds into the tank, and if the rainwater actually overfills the tank, that there's no way or no mechanism for the rainwater to be back fed along the domestic potable water supply. So you need to leave an air gap such that there's no way that the water can fill up and go back along the pipe. So in this particular instance, if the rainwater filling the header tank got so high, it would actually just leak over the top, and no rainwater can get back into the domestic potable water supply. And similarly in the one on the right hand side here, in cases where the rainwater would get to a certain height, there's actually an overflow, so the water would drain off before it would reach the domestic potable water supply and potentially contaminate the mains water. So basically that's to comply with water regulations, and it's just to ensure that there's no opportunity for the rainwater to get back into the potable water supply. You need to have pipes and taps that are properly marked, so you need to any tap that has cold water that's not potable water needs to have a caution note or a warning note, basically saying that this is not drinking water, not potable water. And the underground tanks need to have lockable lids on them as well. Rainwater harvesting systems then can be combined with typical domestic gravity fed systems. Your gravity system requires your header tank in the attic space or up above. Type of tank has two independent valves operating with both rainwater, which is the green pipe coming up to the cylinder, and also the mains water, which is the blue pipe. So it works on both. So again, you can see in this example, the mains water comes in at the top, the rainwater is coming in at the bottom, means there's an air gap at the top from the mains such that the rainwater cannot get back into the potable mains water. The rainwater is collected in the header tank, flows by gravity, basically then to the appliances. And the great advantage of installing a gravity system in your house is that you'll never be without water. So you'll either have your rainwater filling your cylinder, or it'll be coming in from the mains. And even if the mains is cut off, the main supply is cut off, you'll still have a header tank. If the water in the header tank is low or there's power failure, gravity system will automatically switch to the mains water supply as well. And a gravity system will always use the rainwater first before transferring over to the mains, so your rainwater has priority. And that there is basically the main components and an overview of a typical gravity fed system. So again, pretty straightforward, we've already seen that. Direct systems are also available, where the direct rainwater harvesting system is installed, and these are generally installed where it's impractical to store a header tank above the property if there's no free space. So for example, if you have a room in the attic space and you can't put a header tank, you might want to consider a domestic direct system. System filters the rainwater into a storage tank and then pumps the water to the various household appliances directly. The storage tank, this is your main storage tank, is connected to the mains water for top up, and it automatically change over if the storage tank is low, ensuring that you'll never run out of water. So you can see the storage tank is connected to the water mains, and they both come in here, so you'll always have a supply of water. The advantage of a direct system is that the water is delivered to the appliance at normal mains pressure or higher, so you'll always have high pressure water coming out your taps. So here in this system you can see, we're saying there's the mains and the blue line, and there's your green line, which is your rainwater feed into the house. So you'll always have a supply one way or the other. So the combination system attaches both gravity and directly fed systems together, which is another option, and that system allows the gravity fed water to an integral booster for onward distribution to the appliances. Installing a combination system into your home offers advantage of you have both the gravity and the direct rainwater feed services. Smaller systems you can get are rain trap systems. The rain trap system is designed to make gardening and cleaning simpler. The rooftop collects the rain and the water flows through the guttering and into your storage tank, and this is just for use outside of the house. Before it flows into the storage tank, it'll go through a filter to remove leaves and debris that's collected along the way, and basically again stored underground until it's needed and pumped towards the appliances such as sprinklers, garden hose pipes at a constant pressure from a little electrical pump inside the rain trap. Rain trap systems are similar to water butts but have greater advantages in, firstly, they're much bigger, so you can store more water. The rainwater coming from the trap flows at a constant pressure, whereas the pressure coming out of a rain butt depends how much water is in the butt. And even small tanks, the worry of overfilling or floods are eliminated, because installed in every tank there's an external connection releasing the excess rainwater into a water drain, so it never overfill. So it's a little bit of a clever device. So it'll top itself up, and then when there's too much water in your rain trap, the excess basically just goes into the drains. Rain trap systems are ideal for using on garden hose pipes, sprinklers, and for watering the garden, and also for washing vehicles and washing pathways outside. In general, in conclusion, the benefits from installing rainwater harvesting systems: they're simple to install, they're low cost installations, they'll reduce your water costs by more than 50%, and as well they'll beat the hose pipe ban if one's in place. They combine the rainwater harvesting with simple operating systems. They're suitable for both new and existing homes. They're good for new and for retrofit. The modern systems have automatic changeover when the tanks are low, so there's no interruption in service to the user. Automatic diversion tanks as well when the tanks are or diversion technology when the tanks are full, so basically any excess water is just then put down the drains. Storage tanks range in general for domestic applications from between 2,500 to 7,500 litres. They have internal self-cleaning filters. That will conclude this section on rainwater harvesting.